Welcome back, everyone, to Mage Rage for August of 2020, where today I am heading south, which is the opposite direction where I went the previous times, to see if I could find anything that looks like a plains. Because if I find, that's a rather strange way for the. It's probably a mushroom thing that I cut up at the beginning, I'm sure, because that would be the most logical reason for that. That would have been where I would spawn probably. And we've got a huge forest fire over there, which is going to be a bit of a problem. But the question right now is, can I find a plains biome so I can get a cornflower? Because I think a cornflower would be a lot easier to find than lapis, assuming that there is a plains biome. But plains biomes are pretty much the most common biome that I know of, right? So it's always possible. And I don't think there's, unless, of course, that Ed customized things to do otherwise. But if you customize things so there won't be any plains biomes, I don't think he would have gone around asking for us to get a cornflower. Where does it? No, I was about to say large biomes. I'm trying to think what makes this an unusual world. It just, I was thinking at first maybe it was an amplified world, but it just doesn't feel like an amplified world. Not that I've played in too many amplified worlds, but I get the impression that amplified worlds are very, very hard to play in, and well, this isn't exactly the lowest elevation world I've run into. It certainly doesn't feel like it's to an unplayable level. Oh, well, let's see. Let's head up along this way. It might be large biomes, except, well, I was about to say, but that savanna was pretty small, but perhaps the savanna went on and on and on in another direction, which is always possible. And I just didn't notice it because I turned off it. Let's see, I need to go to about 1750 in this way. So, oh, which I've already pretty much reached. So that must mean that it's time to turn around to the east as soon as I get a nice area which to look to make sure that see, because yeah, the south seems to be heading on pretty much perpetually that way. So no, I need to go southwest. Yes, southwest is where I want to go. This way. Oh yes, this is a very, very large dark oak forest. Now there might be a small section of plains. If this is a large biomes world, which I'm beginning to think that's a high possibility, then that could make it difficult to find a plains. Well, perfect time for that little thing to be said, because I think I found my plains. There you go. Now, this is a plains, right? Oopsie daisy. Now, let's keep an eye out for a cornflower then, because I know you can find cornflowers in plains. This is because that's where I normally find them. I guess we'll just have to scour this place all around until I find one, because this looks like, well, if this is an amplified world, then it'll be a rather large plains. Except it looks like a small Cleans enclave within a larger section. Oh, cornflower. Now we've got the. There you go. Now let's turn this into that. And I think all I need to do now is to bring out the furnace. bring out the furnace. Thank you. And I'm going to put 4 in there. That way, if something comes and kills me in the meantime, I will still be able to finish things up. All right, good. I've got the sticks already. 1. And ready 2. And let's see if I've computed things right. 49.47. Well, I'll take that. I will take that. Let's see. Well, since the challenge is over, I could do that. So that's our world. So we do have this little bit of a plains here that's trapped all within this. This is around 2,000 and 3,000. That's all right. Actually, that's pretty close to the center. That's not too far from center, actually, all that much. It's just hitting off in the right way and being able to see it. And that's it. Now, I still haven't figured out what's so special about this world. It might be large biomes because we've got this humongous dark oak forest. But outside of that, and a few hills and some of the parts that we saw on there, but this is definitely not an amplified world. If it's large biomes, then it's the smallest plains I've ever seen in a large biomes world. Well, that's it for this week's challenge, and I think it was a bit easier than the previous 2 that we've had in here. Probably because the world is all in one piece, and also this world is not underground in perpetual darkness, thank goodness. Now, what is it that's really unusual about it? If I'm lucky, maybe I'll find out. I was wondering for a moment if it was possible that he had structures all for something unusual like that. And then, just as I was thinking that, I saw this in the distance. Structures are very definitely on. So I'm guessing it must just be large biomes. But that's it for this month, and I'll see, or no, for this week, because we do have one more for this month, which is what we'll do next week when we return to Mage Rage for August of 2020.